all of them look disgusting. Like, I'm embarrassed to show you. Hey guys, welcome back. So got another video in my top 5 series. Today is going to be my top 5 favorite concealers. So I will forewarn you now that these pretty much all, except for one, which is brand new, pretty much all of them look disgusting. So I don't know why, but when I use concealers, the packaging just gets really gross looking. So let me know if I'm alone in that, but just tells you that I really do love these and I use them all the time. So let's jump into it. First favorite is my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I wear it in Fair. I have Fair, but I could probably wear Ivory, I'm guessing. I don't know if I've ever had Ivory, but I love this concealer because it is a great do-it-all kind of concealer. There's really not going to be a point in showing you these because, yeah. But this has a doe foot applicator, so it makes it really easy to use and apply, and I just really like this concealer because it works well for multiple things. It can be great for under eye concealing, it can be really great for discoloration or blemishes on your face. It just has a really nice creamy texture, really nice coverage. It's just a great do-it-all kind of concealer, just a no-brainer kind of concealer, and it's really affordable. Next is the NYX HD Concealer, and I wear it in CW03 Light. I love this concealer for a lot of the same reasons as the Fit Me. It's just kind of a do-it-all concealer, same sort of idea, has a really great texture to it. This is the one that's brand new, so it doesn't look gross. Just a really nice texture to it. Now this one in CW03, you can see it has kind of like a warmth to it, sort of like almost like a peachy tone. So this works really well for my under eyes. I feel like it just kind of cancels out that blue a little bit because it's more on the sort of peachy side. But this is just a good no-brainer concealer again. And this is the one that I keep in my freelance kit. So I have this in a lot of different shades because it's a really affordable concealer. Like it's usually, I think it's around $5. But it's just, that way I don't have to have one concealer for under eye circles, one concealer for this and that, and blah, 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 blah. It's just, I can grab for this, have it in a lot of different colors, and it just does everything. It's awesome. So I just realized that 4 out of my 5 favorite concealers are from the drugstore. So I just prefer drugstore concealers. I'm kind of the same way with mascara. I just like the ones from the drugstore better. So that's kind of nice. 4 out of the 5 are drugstore. So this one is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. For this one, I wear it in Light. Now, this one has kind of like a funky sort of applicator situation. It's sort of like a little spongy situation. Some people I've heard remove the little sponge. I usually don't. You like twist it to get the product up in it. Some people I've seen in videos like actually swipe. It doesn't really work that well for me, so I just kind of like tap it on my face. So the reason I like this concealer is it's a very light consistency, so it's very thin. So for people that have problems with concealer kind of collecting in fine lines and they need something that's not as creamy and not as thick, this is a great option. It really is. It's just good for that. Good for people that have more dry under eyes because sometimes those thicker concealers can tend to make your under eyes look even more crepey if they're already a little bit on the dry side. So this is a really great option if you're looking for something for those kind of situations. So I don't know why I keep showing y'all because it just looks like my skin color for the most part. This one's probably a little bit more olivey yellow complected than my actual skin color, but it's really, really close. Then we've got this one that the name has completely worn off because I've used it so much, and I have gone through so many of these. This is the Maybelline Dream Lumi Highlighting Concealer, and I wear it in Ivory. The only negative to this is that I go through them quickly. It just seems like they run out really, really fast, but this is such a good highlighting concealer. It just has this like lightening effect to it. It really is a great texture again. It's not quite as thin as the Instant Age Rewind, but it's kind of moving in that direction. So it's a really nice light texture to it, so it just blends beautifully on the under eyes and it just lightens up that area so well. So when I go to conceal my under eyes, this is what I start with. So I don't use this on anything else on my face, just on my under eyes. I will use this occasionally on other areas of my face, but I prefer this for just under eyes. This one, for sure, just under eyes, because it's very brightening. So you wouldn't want something, and they also have like a radiant kind of brightening version of this. I think they have a radiant and a brightening. I don't know. They have some options in that sort of family. So you wouldn't want to put something like that on a blemish because it's going to bring that forward. You don't want something that's lighter than your skin tone for a blemish. You know what I mean? So I just use this on my under eyes, but it just blends like a dream, lightens up that area, works so, so well. It just runs out quickly. And then lastly, my Holy Grail concealer. If I had to get rid of all my other concealers and I had to live with just one, this is what I would pick. And it's the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I wear it in NW20. Now this one is really pretty much my skin tone color, so it's not very brightening on my under eyes. That's why I like to go in with the Dream Lumi first, because that kind of brightens, and then I'll go over it with this one. So it's kind of like a double duty sort of thing. I'm lightening and brightening, but then this one's kind of another layer, but then it also matches my skin tone really well. But this one, again, like the Fit Me and the HD concealer, this is kind of a do-it-all. It's great for under eyes, it's great for blemishes, it looks really dirty. That's the only negative to this, is that, like, I'm embarrassed to show you. It's disgusting. Because the pump pumps out way too much product, so what I do to not waste it is like when it pumps out too much, I kind of set it on the top of the pump. So it sort of, you know, I can keep it there and still use it. I know that's probably kind of gross, but I just don't want to waste it because this is a higher end concealer. But it really is awesome. It has great coverage. It blends into the skin really beautifully. It's awesome. I know that this is a favorite for a lot of people, and it makes sense because it's amazing. All right guys, so that wraps up my top 5 favorite concealers. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know down below what your favorite concealers are, either drugstore or high-end. What are your go-tos? I would love to know that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!